got a disclaimer in there. The countdown started. The opinions expressed by the host or the guests of the Joe Live Show does not reflect the opinions of Comcast Cable, White Rose Community Television, its staff members, or board of directors. Having said that, we got a guest here today. Here with today. Let me get your paper. Let me get to him. He's running for governor, right?
Yes, sir.
We got Robert Mansfield. He's an independent, and he's going to give you his platform. You have an opportunity, folks, to call in and talk with him, ask him questions, and we hope that we do here. I got to tell you something. We do have a little group of college kids that's called Pranking Joe Live. Okay, that's on YouTube. They like to do that, so I have to catch them sometimes. They get it here. It's their little. Anyway, we hope they don't get here today. But anyway, he's going to tell you his platform, why you decided to run for governor, and what the issues are about. So without further ado, I'm going to let him begin to tell you his platform. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. I'm honored.
Yes,
I'm honored to be here this evening. Our platform, one of the reasons why I'm running for governor is because Pennsylvania needs independent leaders to put people ahead of politics at this time. Our platform is fairly simple. It is the eradication of both the personal income tax and the state property tax. We want to go straight to a fair tax. We want to shrink the size of government. Right now, Pennsylvania has about 90 boards and agencies. We want to shrink that down to 33. And once we shrink that down down to 33, we're going to cut 20% of those remaining agencies, with the exception of the state police and the National Guard. So that, in a nutshell, is our basic platform of why we're running for governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
So you want to start and get what you call a flat tax?
Yes, fair tax. We call it a fair tax.
Okay, but how would that work?
Well, it was essentially we would have just only sales, a tax on goods and services to include food in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Then we will phase out the property income tax and the personal income tax, along with the corporate tax as well. Under our plan, we will lower the corporate income tax from 9.99% down to 1.25% with an eye on phasing it out with 2016.
And the spending you want to reduce, you said, what is there, 20%? You want to reduce spending by, what, 7.1%?
We want to get it down. We want to, across the board, cut 20%. That goes from the governor's office on down. We want to privatize PennDOT, put those services out to bid, those that can be privatized. We also want to do away with the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission. It is a useless commission. Its only function is to collect tolls. It doesn't fix any roads or bridges. So PennDOT does the fixing of roads and bridges. So why not just put that into PennDOT? Let PennDOT handle that.
So you would cut that out. What about the money that it generates? You don't think it's worthwhile or something?
I think there's no need for a Turnpike Commission.
Okay.
It's useless.
All right.
PennDOT is the one that's providing the fixing of the roads. And the Turnpike Commission isn't fixing the roads. It's great that they're collecting tolls, but all right, there's nothing more but political patronage.
So you think it's like another way of taxing people? Is that what you're looking at?
It is. And in addition to that, Mr. Jackson, I'm sorry for being rude. In addition to that, I will continue to fight against the tolls on I-80.
Yeah, okay.
Because once again, the revenue generated from the tolls is going to be used to fund, in large part, mass transit projects in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Well, people in Franklin County, they don't benefit from a mass transit system in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. They benefit from They benefit from what about their roads and their bridges and their transit systems? So we need to reject that continue to reject. And under our administration, we would not put another application in to toll I-80.
Okay. What about now when we got several people running for lieutenant governor, right? Now you're an independent, right?
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. But if one of either Democrat or Republican is elected to be lieutenant governor, would you be able to work with one of them?
Yes, my druthers would be, unfortunately, would probably be more of a Republican because I'm conservative. But anyone that the voters sent up to Harrisburg as a lieutenant governor, yes, we would have to work with them.
Okay. Because I figured maybe somebody was concerned. What about now you said you want to create jobs. What ways would you be able to create jobs, you think?
Well, one, we would not tax the Marcellus shale projects that are going on in the Commonwealth. Two, we were once again going back to that elimination, the lowering and elimination of the corporate income tax. And three, going straight to a fair tax. Let me give it to you on a national level, the macro. If you instituted a sales tax on the national level, you will bring onshore $17 trillion of offshore monies, creating millions of jobs for Americans. So translate that down to Pennsylvania. Probably 1 to 2 million jobs will be created under a fair tax system in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. That's just a rough estimate.
Now, a lot of, as our current governor has endorsed this gambling casinos, some people have been against it and some for it. What is your views on this, on the gambling that we have in Pennsylvania? Would it continue under your administration?
Gambling is here, and if we're going to have gambling, we might as well go all the way. You can't be in a half affair. You cannot be half pregnant. You have to go all the way now. We're not going to be able to roll it back. The genie's out of the bottle, so we got to move forward. Whether I agree, I don't gamble, so I don't.
So you don't see nothing. You would maintain it.
We maintain what we have, but take the revenue from the gaming and use that to reduce property taxes and help fund tuition for those students in Pennsylvania going to Pennsylvania state universities.
Now, with a lot of the politics that we have now, or the problem program that we have now under the current governor, have you found any that you would keep and some you might get rid of?
I'm sorry,
under the current governor, there's a lot of politics or programs he has started, whatever. Do you find any that he has that's going that you're in favor of, and some you might be not in favor of?
This is probably what I agree with the Rendell administration in making sure that if you're on Medicaid, that you have some skin in the game. That you're paying a deductible, just like I pay a deductible in the military for my medicines under TRICARE. So I agree with the administration there. Beyond that, I don't see anything else that I agree or that I would keep under this administration, other than the gaming, unfortunately, because
all right.
it is what it is.
Let me get you tell the people a little bit about your background, so the people that don't know you, that who are you, how you got here to this point or on this level.
Well, I was born in Philadelphia to a heroin addict mother. I was adopted by the Mansfields in 1973. Had a rocky adoption. Adoption was terminated. Was in and out of children's homes from age 12 to about 20. Was homeless for 4 years in Philadelphia. Finally, I came to Christ in 1991. Today I study Reformed theology. I am a small business owner. I've served one tour in Iraq. I'm currently on active duty in Fort Knox right now, and that service will be concluding within the next month and a half.
And so now, as you studied about Pennsylvania, what do you like about Pennsylvania the most that made you decide you want to be a governor for this state?
I love the small towns. I am a small town. I really love Brookville, Barkeysville.
Philadelphia is a small town.
Well, I agree. Well, I mean, if you had to pin it down in Philadelphia, I love Geno's Steaks. I love to hang out there and
Philadelphia cheesesteaks.
Yep, Philadelphia cheesesteaks. The Dutch country has shoe fly pie. I enjoy going up to the northwestern part of the state, up in Warren, PA, which is the in Wellsboro, PA, and just enjoying. And also there's another pastime of mine that I love is in Gilbertsville, PA.